Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Kaiju, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hello there, collectors. It is Steven here, and today I am bringing you a review of Mattel's Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So this is Mattel's shot at making a super articulated dinosaur of the big bad guy from the newest Jurassic World movie, and at about $20, is this going to be the action figure of your dreams, or is it something that is just going to be a flat out dud? For only $20, there's no possible way they can make something that is going to make everything else on your shelf cower in fear. Ooh, but they can. How awesome is this? Well, let's take a look to see whether or not it's worth adding into your collection. Let's go ahead and get the bad stuff out of the way for the looks department for the Indoraptor at the start of this section, so this way we can just talk about the good stuff. The Indoraptor suffers in primarily two areas. First and foremost, the paint that's used for the mouth. We do have some rather, not good teeth paint. It kind of looks clumpy, some chunks here and there, and to be honest with you, it kind of looks like we just have nubs for teeth instead of nice, sharp fangs that are used for a carnivore. And the red paint in the mouth, well, it kind of looks uninspiring. The eyes, it's going to be hit or miss for some folks, to be honest. It's not that big of an issue. And then one other thing is that for the muzzle of the Indoraptor around the nose, there is quite a noticeable seam. Other than that, I do have to say that the Indoraptor looks absolutely phenomenal. There is clear markings on this one for scaling details, so this way, regardless of how you're holding this in the light, you are going to see all of the fantastic details on this figure. It does have sort of a wet appearance to it, almost as if it just came out of the rain, or as if it's slimy. I don't know what kind of look they were going for here, but it does look terrifying. The gold paint that is used for the stripes that are going down both sides of the Indoraptor look great, even though I guess you would call them feathers on the head of the Indoraptor and on the back, they are plastic. They do actually look convincing. When you touch them, that immediately goes out the window, and then you remember that they're kind of bendy, so it kind of does ruin the illusion after you touch it, but still, they do look nice on first impression. Overall, the Indoraptor looks great, and looking at some of the finer details, you can definitely tell that even on the underbelly of the Indoraptor, there are some veins that are sculpted in there, and there is a definite change to the overall paint application as we go from that nice gloss finish to the back of the Indoraptor to that matte on the underbelly. So as you can clearly see, there were deliberate design choices for the Indoraptor here when it went through the production process. So hats off to Mattel on really cranking out as much as they could at the $20 price point here. And as we get all the way up to the tail tip, something you may have noticed already, it also looks a bit glittery just beyond that gold paint, which is sweet here. Now, something I want to take a quick look at for you, for those folks who might be interested, there is that little icon that is underneath the Indoraptor's left foot, if that is something you really wanted to take a look at. Now, for articulation, I'm sad. Not because it's not good, it's really great, but because, I really wish there was a $40 option where we could have more joints, because there's so many areas where I'm like, oh, we could have another joint here, and it would be even more awesome. But we still get something that's fantastic here, and let's take a look to see what good stuff that we get. Obviously, the mouth opens and closes, and it's going to open and close on a hinge, which is actually rather tight, which is a good thing, so that's not going to loosen up over time. The head attaches into the neck on a ball joint, so you can move it around like so. Can rock it, twist it, and turn it. The neck plugs into the body on a ball joint, so we can get the Indoraptor to look up about that far, down about that far, perfectly left and right, spin all the way around like an owl. Yeah, so we have fantastic range of movement here. The only thing is that we can't sort of have the neck go straight and then have the Indoraptor sort of look out straight as well. Those of you who have the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah will know what I'm talking about if you collect the SH Monster Arts line, but even still, we can do that. So That's fine. For the shoulders, we do have a swivel hinge combo. They swivel around this way and then hinge up and down. So perfect range of movement there, along with the elbows as well. We can spin them around in pretty much any direction. So that bicep swivel that figures normally have is going to be included right there at the elbow joint. And then the wrists are going to be the same thing. So for the arms, they're basically going to move around in basically any direction that you want. So the Indoraptor can hold tons of creepy poses. Remember those joints I was saying I wish it would have? No joint in the midsection here. So no ball joint, no swivel, no hinge, nothing there. So it's a little bit limiting in that regard, but at 20 bucks, that's not something to really worry about. That is just a wish for me that I wish it would have. Anyway, we do have ball jointed hips. So this way we can move the legs of the Indoraptor around. We can spin them around if we'd like. All the way up, we can spread the legs out about that far, which is a little limiting, but that's okay. Still perfect for the range of movement and for the price point. For the knees here, we do have hinges that also have swivels, which is really good. For this portion of the leg here, we do have hinges alongside swivels. So that's basically going to be the ankle movement for you. Unfortunately, no ankle pivot joints whatsoever, no swivels or anything like that. So we are going to have to deal with the Indoraptor not having flat feet whenever it spreads its legs out, which, you know, again, for a little bit more, if there was like, let's say a deluxe version with better articulation, it might have that, but, you know, it doesn't. We do have a ball jointed tail where it plugs into the body. And then oddly enough, we do have a ball joint for this portion of the tail here. And how it connects in is rather odd because lots of folks were saying that it was breaking for them. We do have this long ball joint here that actually has this little nub. Yeah, so that just kind of clicks in a way. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to get that full ball joint range of movement there like we're getting here, especially with that clicking in, because you can't really quite turn it from side to side like that, and it's always going to have that downward swoop. So, very interesting there. But anyway, the articulation is fantastic, and as you can see, there are some areas where just a little bit better engineering, let's say the ankles or in the torso, we could have so many more options for poses, but at the end of the day, for 20 bucks, you really, really, really cannot beat all of the poses you can put the Indoraptor in, and it has a great balancing act going on here. Very good. Now, just a quick warning to you folks. This joint here is prone to breakage. If you check out some customer reviews from a lot of folks in the review section on any website, they will tell you, oh, I had to go through 2 of these, I had to go through 3 of these because little Johnny decided to do something or it broke in the package or whatever. So make sure that when you're attaching this to the Indoraptor, you are using a little bit of caution and maybe you're using a little bit of heat to pop this in. So if you need some help on doing that, I should have a card popping up around right here right now. So this way, if you need a little help putting that in, you're going to be able to do it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But realistically speaking, I mean, it's not hard. I don't know how you're breaking it. Unfortunately, the Indoraptor does not come with any accessories. However, it is on the shelf in this fancy schmancy box. So if for whatever reason you do want to keep this one mint in sealed package, unfortunately, it's not necessarily going to be so much sealed as it is going to have a nice touch and try display package. So it will be exposed to the elements over the years if you hope to have one sealed, which it will never truly be in the box. But on that note, the tail tip will always be held in the plastic behind Indoraptor, so you are going to essentially have to destroy the packaging to get it out. Now to round off the review, here is a size comparison with some other action figures you just might have ranging across a few different franchises. So as you can see, the Indoraptor is a large figure at the $20 price point. It is definitely going to tower over some of the other human characters you're going to have in the 6-inch scale. But alternatively, if you wanted a nice dinosaur figure to go with maybe some of your kaiju stuff, this one will fit in just well. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. If you're an adult collector who is looking for a nice representation of the Indoraptor, or you wanted a fierce dinosaur on your shelf, for 20 bucks, you absolutely cannot go wrong. And if this is going to be for a youngin', then you know what? Quite frankly, for 20 bucks, get them too. Overall, this is a very, very nice action figure to add in, but quite frankly, again, I do wish there was maybe a deluxe option at, let's say, $40 where we had some more detailing and some more articulation. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not complaining. This is definitely going to be a summer blockbuster, even if Fallen Kingdom might not be. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Here's to hoping. Well, folks, that's the end of this review. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow me on social media to catch more behind-the-scenes shenanigans and updates. The end card should be popping up now with more hand-selected STR goodness for you to watch, so check out some of those videos. Be sure to check the description, too, to see where you can buy this figure or others like it, and some cool links like the credits for this video and other ways you can help out the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.